All right, how do you deal with charity organizations? Now, I have a problem with them. I don't like to accept any charity from people, especially when I feel I can provide for myself by other means. I feel better about gaining resources from or bigger organizations rather than individual people. So that brings a peace of mind to me, especially after what I witnessed in the military with a buddy. I call him Joe. I was kind of close to Joe. We were buddies in security. It's called Security Forces. That was the job, and we met in during Security Forces training. I think it's because I guess I'd call him Joe H, because our last name started with H. So we hung out just mainly during the training, and then we went our separate ways afterward. But during that time, I mean, he showed me that he was a smart guy, but he was crazy. I'm a dumb guy, and I don't make the best decisions. But I like to think I have some sense. There's some sense about me, uh, especially financial sense. And I saw this. I saw him during a time when, like, we had to do some paperwork for our paychecks, and it's like some charity organizations came by and gave us some forms that we could fill out to donate to whatever charities we wanted to. I was like, no way, I ain't giving anything to anybody. I grew up too poor to want to just start throwing my money away to anybody. I need to sock money away for my future, because I had plans to get rich and live off that money, live off the interest, make my money work for me. I believe that early on in life. Not Joe. Joe showed me that it seemed like a joke. He showed me that he was pulling $100 each month. He decided to give $25 each week to charity, something like that. I think maybe 4 different charities. He was going to give $25 each week. It added up to $100. That was significant. And I was just like, is this a joke? And he turned it in. And he just didn't care. He's crazy. I mean, he was smart enough to pass the tests where I was not. Man, I mean, it's just frustrating taking those tests in general, all kinds of tests of multiple choice. So I always have a problem with them. I always just fail them. And well, he passed them, and there's just something with intelligence there that I recognize. I know there's a lot of people out there smarter than me, but he did that. He decided for whatever reason, and this is the guy who I witnessed. When he almost got into a fight with another guy, he would get like a foam in the mouth type of attitude and act really crazy, and that was like almost a way to avoid the fight, by just acting extra angry before the fight began. A fight over space in the dorm at the time. We all started our training in Lackland another section of Lackland Air Force Base from the first 6 weeks of basic training, and moved to New Jersey. No, not Fort Dix, wherever that's near. All the way on the other side of the map. A few years later, I hear that they finally decided to concentrate all the training, like the secondary training, in Texas, to save money on the trip, because flying us all the way to the East Coast just was was a waste of money. But it was cool. It was cool to see the East Coast. and we met up again back over there. And after that, we parted our ways. We actually took we took at the end of that training, we took a bus to kind of, both of us had to go west. We both took a bus, but I went to Wisconsin and he went to Missouri, was where he was from. So there was an intersection where I had to go straight and he had to go south. And that was it. That was the last I seen of him. Then a few months later, I think I decided to try to call. Because I think I found out at the end of our training where he was to be stationed. I was in Florida, one of the air bases there. There's probably only one. And I was stationed in Louisiana. And called him up, and we talked and thought about trying to meet up between Louisiana and Florida, maybe drive halfway and meet up. And I was like, man, that'd be cool. I love traveling. I really enjoy traveling. The military was kind of depressing, being stuck in one place, having to go back to the same place over and over again. It's paying, but the pay just wasn't helping with the blues of having to stick around the same area, deal with all the drama of the military, the political drama in the military, especially on a nuke base. But we talked a little bit, and then that was it. The last conversation was kind of cut short, and I mean, this was many years ago, but I didn't hear about him, or I didn't talk to him after a few phone conversations about seriously considering driving and meeting up and hanging out and stuff. But I found out like a couple of years later from another sergeant when I was over in the desert in Saudi Arabia or some Bahrain, one of the two, that he knew who Joe was, and that Joe got in a little trouble. Apparently, Joe went on a robbing spree, robbing like liquor stores or something. He got kicked out of the military and thrown in jail, robbing. And I was just like, I was shocked. I didn't see that one coming with this guy. He seemed crazy, donating $100 a month to charities, foaming at the mouth at times, being kind of funny. I mean, he'd kind of get me into trouble, but I didn't think the trouble was that big of a deal. Like maybe showing up a little late for something, or maybe just talking out of turn or something. And it just seemed like such minor things. And this is for the military, so they make minor things a big deal in the military. But he definitely he made a big mistake robbing liquor stores in Florida. And it makes me wonder, would I have been caught in a robbery with him if I had met up with him? It's just amazing. This is a guy who donated a lot. And that's the thing. It's like you can't assume people who donate are all that sane. And that's why I discourage people to donate. Keep the money and use it on yourself and build yourself up. If you got the money, improve yourself. You don't have to be giving it away. It's like, you got to be sensible, because you may have money now, but are you going to have it later? You don't want to just give it away when you got it. You got to maintain and try to become a better manager of what you got, your resources and stuff. So it troubles me. And there's organizations that can have groupthink that can lean towards mental illness. So that's a concern. But I discourage donations. I don't practice donating. I don't have any money to donate anyway. But if there are, and I don't think I'm appealing. I don't think I really have people who are wealthy and watching this channel anyway. So I feel like I'm probably talking to poorer people who sometimes feel they have to give charity. And I'm saying I don't think it's a good idea, in my opinion. And I discourage it. I hear about people and I see it. It's kind of exciting to see. You're like, oh, this guy got $100 on his live stream and stuff. It's kind of exciting, and it kind of gets me to want to try to like be like, give me money too. But it's like you got to step back and be like, have some sense. Be more conservative about your money and be more sensible. Invest in yourself and your education, and improve your knowledge on medical information and stuff. Don't just throw it away to other people just because they make you chuckle a little bit or something. So I was thinking about that, and the reason I was thinking about that is because of something I saw on the internet, and it got me thinking about old Joe. I wonder where that guy is now. Probably still in jail, because that's a big offense right there, to rob liquor stores. And maybe it was his charity giving that made him poor enough to become more desperate. I don't know. I kind of wish if it happened at my age now, I would maybe grab that. I would want to be more serious about grabbing that piece of paper he filled out to donate money and just rip it up and tell him he's stupid for doing that. But young me, 19-year-old me, was like, that doesn't sound like something I would do. And that was it. That was the end of it. Older me would have been a little more harsh on a action like that. And I'll be harsh on people who donate today. And I encourage people not to do it.